Hello and welcome to the Would You Watch It With Your Mother podcast, where three friends subject each other to weird videos, films and shows that they found on the internet. Each week we'll describe the videos, have a discussion about what we saw, before finally asking the big question, would you watch it with your mother? So sit back, relax, and roll that intro.
Dear. Right. Hello, welcome to the podcast.
Hello! Welcome in!
So that's some good energy. Bushby, I'm wearing a Queens of the Stone Age shirt.
Oh, so you are. I like that very much.
Are you a queen of the Stone Age?
Yes.
Ooh.
Maybe not for the last album. Maybe, I don't know.
No,
I didn't really like it.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. In fact, only one person I know actually likes the last album. He's wrong.
Yeah, he's wrong.
He's incredibly wrong.
Yeah.
Why is he wrong?
Oh dear.
It had its moments.
All right.
But
what? Devil is a part-timer!
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, we're going straight in there.
Yeah, we are. I got very lost.
Beep. I'll beep that out. Gav is very excited to talk about his anime. Whoa. I've completely forgot how to podcast. Hello.
It's alright. It happens to the best of us.
This is just the best start to any podcast ever. Just bumble our way through it. That's all we need to do.
Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's get straight into this. Bushby, read the description. You prepared a nice little description.
Yes.
Was that it? Was that the description? Excellent. Okay.
Yep. Cool. Let's move on.
Next show. All right.
Right.
Oh my god.
So, the devil and his assistant essentially lose a war in their realm, which is called Enter Isla. Might not be pronounced like that.
Ente Iowa. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. So they lose a war in their realm and go through a portal that leads them to Tokyo, Japan, Earth. They become trapped in human form and have to live life as humans to blend in, therefore not use any magic. The two of them end up getting jobs, spending too much money on a fridge, and giving away umbrellas. Later on, they find out they were followed through the gate by the hero who wants to kill them, but she's also in human form as well. Through the second episode, it becomes clear that the devil and the hero are softening up a bit and adapting more to life on Earth. However, their main intentions are still there, with the devil wanting to take over both Enter Isla and Japan, and the hero still wanting his death. The assistant is the only one who's actually stayed true to form and is criminally underused during the second episode. It's later revealed that someone else has followed them through the gate who can still use magic and is trying to kill all previous escapees. And then it finishes with a song that doesn't fit the mood of the show, with an up-scrolling image of no one in the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like, Bushby, in the first episode, you were focusing a lot on Match of the Day and not the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can have them running both on at the same time.
But I feel like
reading
the second
subs
episode
is easy,
hooked
you know.
I feel like by the second episode, the hooks had been sunk in.
Yeah,
You've been drawn in.
I was quite enjoying it, to be fair. I mean, as you two both know, I don't watch anime. I think the closest I've got to anime is like the Pokemon cartoons, like when I was a kid.
That's an anime.
I was going to say Rick and Morty for you is probably as close as you get to anime.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah. Like, it's... I mean, I've had loads of people try and get me into it. Like, I've had a mate recently just give me a list of, like, loads of is it Ghibli films to watch?
Yeah. Studio Ghibli, yep.
and I got halfway through. Oh god, what's it called? Is it Princess Monkey or something?
Mononoke.
That's the one. Halfway through that, and
no.
I accidentally like gave up.
Accidentally gave up.
Well, I was tired and I went to bed. That was it, and that was about a month ago. Not saying I've only just woke up, like I just haven't got around to watching the. But yeah,
maybe your friend has been going about it the wrong way. They're trying to make you watch like the good stuff, or like quote unquote.
Oh,
good
the
stuff.
classics.
Yeah, the classics, and like Princess Mononoke is like a legitimately just like good film. Maybe, Bushby, you just need to stick with the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna say I ended up actually really liking this.
Not that I'm saying that Devil is a Part-Timer is trash, but it does contain a lot of elements of trash anime.
It's okay. So shall we just go through basically Devil is a Part-Timer in terms of what it is? So Devil is a Part-Timer is basically a reverse isekai. So an isekai is a genre where normally a normal person. Bushby, are you okay?
Did you prepare a PowerPoint presentation?
I really wish I had, honestly. So right, an isekai is a genre of anime or like manga or whatever, in which normally a normal person from the real world or Japan gets teleported to another world, and that's literally what this means. And they're normally in like a fantasy world or something, and they experience life in the fantasy world. And this is more of a reverse isekai, in which somebody goes from a fantasy world and has to try and live life in normal Japan, which is why it's so unique.
Yeah,
did you get that?
I agree with that. Like that's exactly what I saw.
That was a factual description of what I felt.
That's the genre. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna say from watching the like trailers and stuff, I thought this was gonna be kind of unbearable. As I don't usually like this genre, I think it's usually pretty dumb. But I enjoyed this. I feel like it knows it's a piss take, and
very much so.
That would. Like, in the sense of, I see Bushby's doubting me, in the sense that they really, like, kept to the bit. Like, he's still, for example, the assistant was still, like, he's treating Satan as his lord and master and stuff, while also doing this everyday stuff. And then in repurposing that context, they do look like a gay couple.
Very much so. I was gonna say, like, I made a few notes from, like, things where it becomes very clear this is kind of like a comedy thing on like the first episode, and it's like he goes through the portal to the real world and they've lost their demon forms or whatever, and then the police just think they're like cosplayers who have been like mugged. And like this is like the first like contact they have with the real world, and it's just they're like, oh yeah, these are just two people who've been mugged and they're like the cosplayers and foreigners, they don't speak our language. And then like there's instantly this moment where the subordinate like goes to use his magic power, and he's just kind of stood there in this awkward pose because it's not his world anymore. So it hits you very early on that this is like gonna have a lot of comedy in it, and it's not something to take too seriously. And then
Well, how did you feel, Bushby? We should see how he feels.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed those elements, like say with the assistant trying to do that, and it, I had a bit of a chuckle. It was, it was. No, I did enjoy. Like as I say, at first I was still trying to just be like, I don't know, like as I say, I'm not used to this kind of television, should we say? So it's just kind of trying to work out what was happening, and then it's like as it was explaining the intro of what was happening to all the different parts of this mythical place, I was still getting confused. Like I had to watch it a couple of times, even though it was said very clearly what was going on. But I have to admit, like so going through what the assistant did and then seeing all of the references, which are clearly meant to be like real world things, but I'm guessing for copyright reasons they're not.
Yeah.
And some of the titles just end up being brilliant. Like the cheeky Harry Potter reference. In the
Oh
first
my
episode.
God, yeah.
Holy Potter, Blood of a Sorcerer, and a Dragon. Brilliant title. Absolutely incredible.
The thing that hit me early on as well was, as he enters the real world, he realizes that everything is terrible. And like the thing that struck me the most was like, he's going through it and then he realizes that he needs to eat because he collapses. He's like, he needs a family name and he's using all this magic to get like what is essentially basic things for most humans on Earth. And then there's like that final moment where he comes to the conclusion, oh shit, money makes the world go round. And if I want to take over the world, I need money, so I better get a job at McDonald's.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, God.
Just McDonald's. It's like, it's so obvious what it's trying to be. But, and, in fact, did anyone else notice someone got a happiness set from McDonald's instead of a Happy Meal?
It is the happiness set. It's what you do.
Oh,
I think next time I go to like a McDonald's, I might actually go and ask them for a happiness set and see what they give me.
They might. God, do it and film yourself, and we'll put it. We'll put it on the channel. Oh my gosh! Right.
We'll make it a
feel
short.
I feel like Gav has some info for us.
So, do you want the... we'll give you a quick summary. So, this is based off a Japanese light novel by, I'm going to butcher this name, Satoshi Wagahara. It was also made into a manga, and the anime was actually made back in 2013. It premiered in Tokyo from April 4th to June 27th by a company called White Fox. White Fox have actually done a lot of really big animes. Bushby, you probably won't know these, but Barnaby might. So they were responsible for Steins Gate, Akame ga Kill, Goblin Slayer, and in particular ReZero Season 2. Not Season 1, but Season 2.
Right.
And for those who don't know, ReZero is another isekai, but rather than be a parody, it's possibly one of the most generic yet good isekais that exists, because the whole premise is kind of Groundhog Day in another world. And yeah, they've done a lot of really good stuff. The opening theme is called Zero by Minami Kuribayashi. Butchered that as well. And the ending theme that Bushby says doesn't fit is called Geka by, I'm going to say this in the English because I'm not going to say this right, by Nano Ripe.
On that last point, I want to test something with Bushby.
Okay.
So it's very important that you specifically mentioned that the outro music does not fit, because that is a thing in anime, but
yeah,
usually outro, but intro. So okay, Bushby, I'm gonna give you something. Okay. Right. So, Berserk is set in a world which is basically in its medieval times, and it's an incredibly grim world of constant war, constant fighting. People are getting murdered every day, mass executions. Just that, yeah, pretty horrible, pretty terrible world. There's demons in this world, though, there's a slight background thing, but they definitely exist. It's constant war. Okay. Our main character was abandoned as a child, taken in by a mercenary, abused by the mercenary, and brought up to know only killing. Right?
Right.
That's the premise of the show.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna pop in the intro. I'll play a bit for anyone that doesn't know, but I would like to get Bushby's reaction on the intro to Berserk.
The intro or the outro?
The intro. Specifically the intro, because it's usually the outro, but sometimes the intro really doesn't match.
Okay. I know the intro you're on about already. For those who aren't aware, the intro is a very, very famous intro. It's got some interesting lyrics.
I'll just play one of the riffs, and people.
Yeah, I was just thinking for
taste.
people. I don't know whether we could put it on a podcast site. So for people that can't, well, we'll briefly explain.
Right,
it really doesn't match at all, and if you haven't, go check it out on YouTube.
Imagine the most out of tune guitars and what Bushby's
Wow. Yeah, so I've
Please describe what you heard.
Yeah, describe what you experienced.
I've cut it off at 39 seconds, but like, this can't be a real band who do this. Like, everything is so out of tune. And just it's horrible. I mean, it's nice and upbeat, but I can't listen to it.
So imagine all instruments out of tune and a man with a very, 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 very thick Japanese accent singing in English.
Yeah, that like what? Yeah, it's just a bit confusing.
It's okay.
I've been taken for 6 a little bit.
You look a little bit angry and very confused.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel, to be fair.
So just to keep in mind, like, Berserk is a really good anime, and like it does actually have genuinely really good music in it.
Can we just clarify we're talking about Berserk, the old original Berserk, and not the new CGI version?
So like, imagine you've just watched like an incredibly great episode, interpersonal drama between characters. You've learned some deep stuff, and then you're like, man, I gotta watch the next one, and then you're reminded every single time. Every single time.
It's
iconic, really.
You grow to love it. You get like a Stockholm syndrome.
Very much so.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I turned the song off after like say 40 seconds, and I can still hear it. It's still going around my head. Oh no!
It's effective. It gets your attention. Which I'm gonna swing this back to Devil as a Part-Timer. Whoa! I gotta say, I didn't find the music that impressive. Like, I don't remember.
I don't remember the music.
Yeah,
I've seen this a few times. I don't remember.
No, I remember it just being very, like, because the intro and the outro are, different songs. But because the intro only comes in the second episode, right?
Yeah.
And then
Start of the first one's like a backstory.
But it's like, it's really, like, really upbeat, really happy, like, and it's just, it's really uplifting. You know, I'm just feeling like really happy watching and listening to it. And it's like, but it kind of doesn't really go with the rest of like the story and stuff. And then
be
the outro as well. What's going on with the out? Because it's literally just like a panning up shot of like a woman in see-through clothing. Who this woman isn't in the show at all.
I'll quickly butt in and say, by the way, we only watched the first 2 episodes. Just to get a taste, just to get a feel. Also, welcome to anime.
Yeah, welcome to anime. This happens.
Right. Okay.
Random scantily clad people in specifically only the intro and outro is common. Even if the show itself is not smut, which let's be honest, a lot of it is. Yeah, they'll just have
something. I will also say about anime intros and outros is that sometimes they are specifically designed to be, like to try and win like competitions for like best animated outro and stuff. Like that is its own little like section in the anime world. Okay. So like there were things like, to mention another anime, My Hero Academia had this whole like fantasy ending thing, which is completely different from the actual anime. The anime is about superheroes, and they kind of had like a Lord of the Rings-esque ending, which was completely separate, but it looked cool.
Okay.
So I mean, sometimes the weirdly, was TV shows that we would see on Netflix and stuff. Normally, the intro and the outro with links. It's not always the case in anime. There's a bit more creative freedom and stuff.
I gotta say, I feel like Bushby will appreciate this. Is that from the few anime intros that he's seen, they're exciting. They get you in the show, even if they're weird. They're like you're at least like okay. My counterpoint is Netflix shows, and they're famously boring intros.
Well, there's a reason you have a skip button.
Let me remind you, everyone, of Daredevil.
Like I enjoyed it, but it was a bit long. But no, I get the point you make. Like all of the Marvel Netflix shows were like 2 minutes long intro at least.
Nothing really happens. It just like it show. I guess so the art of a Netflix one is that there isn't really an art. It's just sometimes they can be good. They'll have good music and they'll have some nice visuals, but really it's just showing you who's in the show straight up. Whereas I can't think if Daredevil had an anime intro, I probably wouldn't even notice who was in the show or who directed it or who was behind it, because I never do with anime, because I'm always watching the really hype stuff going on. Even if it's not a hype show.
Yeah. But then again, like, because thinking about the anime I have seen before in the form of Pokemon, obviously their intro and their theme song, it's actually all about kind of like what Ash wants to do, what his kind of goals are, and it's introducing the concept of Pokemon. Whereas this wasn't like that at all. And I don't know if that's a common thing with anime, if say Pokemon's the outlier in that, or like it's all just very new and very exciting for
Let's
me
try and
this
swing
moment.
this back to Devil is a Part-Timer, though.
Yes.
So, you said he didn't like the music because he was too happy.
No, like I like the music. It doesn't fit almost. It just
So because it's happy though.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
The thing I would say with that is I kind of feel like the Devil in the first two episodes we see, he is pretty happy with his life. Even though he's living in this alternative world, he doesn't seem to hate it. He's very much like, oh yes, I'm going to be the best employee there is, and I'm going to become a full-timer and take over Japan. And then he like goes back and he's enjoying like cucumbers with honey.
I've got to say, in terms of characterization, it's not a good sign. I can't remember the assistant's name. However, I do really like him.
Alciel. Alciel. I can't remember what his human name is, but yeah.
Yeah. He and the hero Amelia, I feel like, have got really good developed characters. Especially Amelia, it's quite shocking that she's literally been in really only one episode, and she's in it a lot less than the others. And I feel like she's got a really good established character. We know what she's about, and we know that she's being like tempted by this world. And the assistant, we know that he really cares, and he's trying to like walk a fine line. Satan? I don't really get his character. I don't feel like he's that well progressed, because he's an evil overlord, and then he gets to this world, and I know he's got a goal, and I know he's being drawn into the world. But I can't see him going from... Also, because we don't really see him as a ruler, but we just see him going from evil, demonic ruler to okay with being a McDonald's employee.
Yeah.
Which...
Yeah.
I can't see. I don't get him. We've only watched 2 episodes, but I really got a sense of who the other 2 were, but not him.
Yeah.
That's something I hadn't really thought about until just now. So, obviously, from what we get of Satan, Sado, I'm trying to think of what his names are. He's got like 3 names. Matt, we're just going to call him Satan for now. Basically, all you really see of him is him going through the portal in the other world, Ente Isla, and he comes through, and now he just kind of happily goes like, oh shit, guess I better be a worker, because that's what this world's about, money. And then he's like trying to be the best employee ever because he thinks it's the fast track to taking over the world, which, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe leaving Japan, joining some sort of organization.
Again, maybe we'll find out more in the later episodes, but for now, he is very much just... I think at one point they even call him it. He's very happy being a subordinate. I think Amelia says that, where she's there like, how the fuck are you the overlord from the other world? Like,
which
you literally work in a McDonald's.
It could imply a deeper story of some sorts, because that was a very pointed out thing, is that he is very okay with being a subordinate. So, what is going on? Mm-hmm. What is going on with this show? Yeah.
Which I think brings us to the big question. Would you watch more of it?
Wish me?
Yeah. Like, so it was one of those, like, I wanted to carry on watching it, like, because I only watched it last night, and after the second episode, I was like, I want to see what happens now. I want to just kind of carry on with it, but yeah, to the point where I might even like stick on the rest of the episodes like tonight or something. Just carry it on.
There are 13 episodes in total, and there's no renewed season 2 as of yet.
Okay.
But sometimes season 2s can take a while.
Yeah, but 2013.
Yeah, but ReZero was like 2008, and it got its second season last year. So does take a while.
I guess. I don't know, but I feel like ReZero's got more of a outspoken community around it, whereas I've never heard anyone really.
Weirdly, this is like weirdly cultish. It's kind of like got a real fan base of like niche people, and it kind of seems to be ever growing the more people learn about it. And especially with isekai, for those who don't know, isekai's become very popular recently. In that time I got reincarnated as a slime. ReZero Season 2 coming back. And not to mention that ReZero Season 2 is being made by the same company that made this in the first place. Maybe down the line. I think it has potential, but again, I'm speculating.
Well, now that you've said that there's only 13 episodes, I could actually see myself finishing this. Practically, if I was just to say, like, if I had loads of time, I would be like, yeah, go for it. I would definitely watch this. But, with all the things in life, I don't know. But now there's only 13 episodes. Yeah, I could probably get through this in a weekend. Be fairly happy with it.
I'm definitely intrigued because there was 2 major cliffhangers at the end of episode 2 that I was like, I really want to know where this goes. There's earthquakes throughout both episodes 1 and 2, and that becomes very clear that means something. And then there's magic bullets, and we don't know anything about either of those 2. But I just want to know what that's about. I want to know what all this is. So,
see, to be fair, I didn't even think the earthquake was a cliffhanger thing, because, I mean, I don't know much about geography in Japan as in general, but isn't there kind of a fair amount of earthquakes over there anyway?
Yeah, yes. Go on, Barnaby.
Going up. Oh. No,
I was going to say... Okay, right. I'll go.
Sorry.
So basically, yes, there is a lot of earthquakes in Japan, which is why they didn't seem too bothered. But in the second episode, right at the end, he gets a text saying there will be more earthquakes. And I forget what it's about. But yeah.
Well, there was also the fact that the girl that he works with said, "Did you feel the earthquake?" And she said, "Well, it was really weird because only I experienced it at my school." So
yeah,
what's that about?
Yeah, that could be. I don't know, but do you think it's something to do with the fact that she kind of has a bit of a crush on the devil geezer? I've forgotten his name.
Yeah, she has a crush, so the earth starts shaking. Oh no.
Well, I don't like, because obviously the bullet people have found out about the devil and the hero.
But Bullet
Great
people.
Hero
Obviously-
Amelia. Can we please get the names right, Bushby?
Okay, so the devil and the great hero Amelia, obviously they were found together when Devil's bike got shot to shit, and
Horse.
So obviously,
He named it.
There could be something all kind of connected there. Maybe, I don't know. Look, you've got me speculating about an anime. This is like a big moment for me. Like, I'm quite excited. It's
I
weird.
feel like he's ready, Gav. I feel like
he's ready.
I feel like it's time to throw him in the deep end already.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
It's alright. We discussed it. I think it's time for our big three questions.
Right. Well, is it good, Bushby?
Yes.
Thank you, Gav.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I think it's a good anime. I think for the genre it is, it's a nice little niche. There's not many reverse isekais out there where there might be more so now, but honestly, if this was made 2013, back at that time, this was pretty out there. The idea of somebody going from the fantasy world to the modern world and like having a kind of parody. I've not heard of anything else like it, but I might be wrong.
10
Am I
best reverse isekai anime that you should
Oh
be
wow,
watching
okay,
right now.
I'm very wrong. What are they called? Read the list.
Well, there's a fox girl massaging a guy's head. Okay,
Reverse
so we've got
isekai.
Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
That's a relatively new one.
Hinamatsuri.
Oh wow.
A yakuza finds a strange egg-like object in his room. Much to his shock, a young girl emerges from it.
God, what?
Restaurant to another world. The devil is a part-timer. Gate.
It's on there.
Don't watch Gate. Gate is
Gate's not so much a reverse though.
No,
it's just
Gate-
an isekai.
Gate is weird propaganda. It's like Japan should totally have a military, guys. It's cool. Recreators.
They've put Saint Young Men in this one, but I just see that as just an anime, honestly.
Gabrielle Dropout.
Actually, we should probably explain what Saint Young Men is to Bushby because I think he'd like that too.
Helpful Fox Senko Sana.
Oh yeah, I've just seen that.
Oh,
one.
Saint is on the list.
Yeah, that's what I was on about it.
Right.
So for Bushby, Saint Young Men is Jesus and Buddha come down to Earth and they live in a flat and they have to live day-to-day life. And they're scared of their landlady.
That kind of sounds exactly like this, to be honest. Just
Yeah, it
kind
does a
of
little bit.
Yes.
reverse.
Yeah.
Like-
But rather than like
because-
come from another world, they're kind of like... Actually, when was...
But yeah, because obviously, like the devil and assistant geezer, they're both kind of like slightly scared of their landlady. I mean, especially in the second one where after the shooting, devil's like, right, Amelia, hero person, can we wrap this up? Because
Great hero
landlady's
Amelia.
sleeping. That's the one. But does anyone else notice the landlady looked a little bit like Bulbasaur?
Yes.
I noticed that she was very...
It was the first.
What if-
Ivysaur? At
What
least.
if the landlord, right, is God?
That
What
would
if
make...
she's the bullet creature?
Well,
thing?
I think she might be
But
the...
magic-
She strikes me as a villain because she had villain music. I
Yeah.
don't know whether that's just because she's
Gav.
scary looking, but...
Gav. This is an anime, so God could
Yeah.
be the villain.
That's true.
Many an anime, the conclusion is, let's kill God with the power of friendship.
Oh no! Why no?
But
You've
yeah.
got to remember, different culture doesn't mean the same as it does in a lot of Western places.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think it's fairly obvious. I am probably not the target audience for anime.
To be fair, Bushby, the target audience is generally Japanese youth, not
Yeah.
Okay,
West-
yeah,
not-
fair point.
They're not usually catering to the weebs. So
No, yeah,
Very,
okay.
very
it's
true.
just weebs have gaslit themselves into accepting this as not normal, because it is normal in a lot of Japanese culture, but they've gaslit themselves into being like, no, everyone else should understand. Everyone else should understand my passions. Oh dear. Right, is it
yeah,
good? Is it good? Gav,
Retracting my statement about reverse isekais. I forget what it was now, but clearly it was posed wrong very quickly. I think it is good. I think as a genre, it's entertaining.
Well,
I think it does it very well. And to be honest, I was hooked very quickly. The idea of Devil working in McDonald's, it sells me immediately. I just want to see where this goes next. So yeah, I think it's good.
right. Yeah, I thought it was alright. I would probably finish it, but I don't know. I didn't think it was anything special. But again, 2 episodes in, I don't know if I can really pass a full judgment. It's pretty well animated, well voice acted. I thought it was very funny. So yeah, I'll probably finish it.
Actually, on the note of the voice actors, the voice actors that played these roles have been in some seriously big animes over the years. They are
For Bushby's benefit, let's go.
Huh?
It's just joking at the fact that Bushby will not know what these
Oh
are.
right.
Yeah.
So
I
the
mean,
voice
try
of,
it.
so the voice of Satan played I think it's Marco in Attack on Titan, and he's got a long IMDb page.
Attack on Titan,
But-
Bushby.
I've heard of that one.
Whoa!
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Amelia has voiced so many things. She's going to be doing the next Shaman King, which is coming out this year. She is Freya in Danmaki, which I don't know if any of you will know, but I do. And a few other. It's quite famous. And I honestly, his assistant. Honestly, I feel like he's criminally underrated. He hasn't really done much, but he was funny as hell, and I liked his voicing. So
Yeah, he is, as Bushby said, the best part of the show.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
It's fantastic.
Like, yeah.
That little nagging partner. Anyway,
Yeah.
I feel like this is a self-explanatory question, but like, what the fuck factor? Gonna say for me, kind of under the radar, but
So for me, I don't think it's weird. I think it's unusual. Again, it doesn't really get you going like, what? But, you kind of go, wouldn't necessarily think of it. It's a cool concept, but nothing too, off the hinges. Compared to what we've had in previous weeks, it's pretty fine. And then our resident non-anime weeb.
Hello. Yeah, I didn't think it was weird. Or yeah, I'd rank this fairly low on the scale.
oh Bushby. oh
Yeah,
it's time.
Okay.
I should point out we are breaking you in very nicely.
Please, I don't like that. That's so dirty.
Yeah. No.
Oh dear. I guess the ultimate question: would you show it with your mum, Bushby?
I'm gonna say no.
Really?
I'm gonna say it's a show that I could watch with my mum. However, the likelihood of, I mean, I know nothing of anime, and it's very rare I watch it. But I mean, even my mum doesn't even like Pokemon and stuff. Like my mum, this just isn't the kind of thing my mum would watch.
Yeah.
Full stop. So it's like, yeah, I could watch it with her, but realistically, I wouldn't.
Right.
Plus, as well, like, I mean, I'm used to having kind of subtitles on everything. Like, it's just a standard thing. Stick Netflix on English captions over an English worded thing. So I'm used to that. I don't think my mum's into reading subtitles.
Makes sense.
So it's kind of like a yeah. I think it's safe enough to watch it with, but I don't think she'd watch it for. I don't think she'd find it entertaining. Really, I could be wrong, but realistically, nah, I wouldn't.
Bushby's mum, #1 anime fan.
Yeah, she's actually secretly she's already seen this, and she's just like, I can't tell Bushby.
For all you know, she's got like a sick like a back covering Goku tattoo on her.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll never know.
All right, Barnes.
Would I watch? Yeah, I'd watch this with my mum. I feel like it would unphase her. I've watched a lot of anime. My stepdad watches a lot of anime. My mum just sort of sits there, doesn't really care.
That intrigues me that your stepdad watches anime as well.
He watches a lot of anime. It's where I got all my anime from. Of course, I had the French dubs. I will say, French dubs are a lot better in many cases than at least early English dubs. You know, obviously not now with anime being more popular, more money for dubs. However, a lot of early stuff like Dragon Ball. I'm going to get crucified for saying this. Dragon Ball's pretty good. Pretty good dub. It's got a good dub. Please don't kill me. I like the French one more. It's better. Please, don't kill me. I'm going to die.
We never saw Barnaby again.
God,
nice
I shouldn't have said anything. I'm gonna get crucified.
It's okay. It's okay. Personally, I would also watch this with my mother. We've watched stuff in the past. For me, this is one of the safe ones. This is just a comedy at the end of the day. Just with Japanese subtitles and decent animation. I rate it.
Hell yeah. I feel like we went too soft with this one. We went too soft with this choice.
Maybe. But I don't know. I feel like we can't always... If we go big every time...
Yeah. We can't go big every time.
Plus, this is like, again, it's one of those genres that's kind of gets hidden sometimes. And I think it was just it's weird enough that I think it's worth mentioning, but it's not like crazy because, again, we set the bar pretty high in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, like, it's nice to have, like, a level so that we can, like, judge it against. So, like, if we always have it high, then anything low kind of, never factors in.
Yeah. It's nice that we've got, the bottom of the barrel set.
Wait, is the bottom of the barrel the gross stuff, or is the bottom of the barrel the safe stuff?
No, I'd say safe stuff.
It's the bottom, yeah. Because I was going to say the bottom of the barrel. Yeah. We have you guys are not going to like me next week.
Oh God!
Oh, God.
Oh, well, I don't even want to know what you've got now. I'm scared.
Okay.
I think we'll end it on this. Next week contains a man fetishistically shoving a piece of metal into his leg. See ya.
Okay. Right.
Okay. And on that note, let's roll end credits.